being authentic is something that a lot of brands these days want more of.
Inspiring maybe other people to start doing horse riding or to start jumping.
What would you most contribute your success to? So you have amassed a massive following on social media. Can you tell us a little bit about how you got started in that sort of influencer athlete space?
Yeah, it started when I had some championships and I was away a lot of times, and my family always said to me like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And then I thought I'm going to film it so they can see what my life looked like.
Smart.
And then I started recording some videos on YouTube, and it exploded a bit with the views. And yeah, a few years later, it's my job.
Amazing, love it. How does the social media support your equestrian career?
It does it in a lot of ways. I have several sponsors that are investing in me, but they can also, normally they invest in 5-star riders, but now they are choosing me because I'm not a 5-star rider yet.
Not yet. Soon, hopefully.
But they are choosing me because I have that big following and I can reach out to a lot of people. So that's a big part of me why social media helps my sport so much. But also on competitions, you get invited to competitions where you normally not get into so easily. Yeah. So yeah, that helps me a lot as well.
And I think it's quite expensive, right, to sometimes go to those shows.
Yeah, there are a few you have to pay a lot to get even in, and now I just get an invite, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool, very cool.
And you meet the fans on the competitions and they support you as well, so yeah. That's nice.
So what do you think is the most important part about creating these sort of personal brands around athletes these days that makes it marketable to sponsors?
I think the most important thing is maybe to show everything. There are a few riders that maybe sometimes only shows when they're winning, but it's good to let the people know that it's all about working very hard, training every day and give it your all. So I think that's the most important thing, that you show what is really happening, and then sponsors are more likely to invest in you because they on social media when you're like on social media when you're like a person and also shows a bit about his own life, like
personality,
going out with friends sometimes, then you're more marketable. I think
so too. I think being authentic is something that a lot of brands these days want more of. They want to know, are their products good? What are the good things? What are the bad things? And I think it's the same with the personal athletes, you know, that they need to build these brands that are actually real as well for themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. So what has been your biggest struggle with social media?
I think maybe the biggest struggle is that you have some jealousy sometimes because you get a lot of brands that I always dreamed about, and now they are investing in me. So I think sometimes it's hard because other people also want that. So they're looking not just as you from, oh, that's so cool, but they're also thinking like, I want that. So maybe that's sometimes hard. You feel like sometimes some comments from people that you think...
In person you get the comments or just on social media?
Both. I think sometimes people want it also, the life, and they don't see how hard you work for it. They think everything is just coming to you, like you can do that, but they don't see how much you have to sacrifice and how much you have to give. So I think that's the hardest part. They only see what you are getting, but they don't see what you are sacrificing.
Yeah, I think that's really true. What has been the most lucrative endeavor that you have sort of embarked on? Was it a product line? Was it just content for sponsors, products? Yeah, I mean, what do you think was the most useful for your career? It actually was lucrative and made you money.
No, I think it's the merchandising. Because of my YouTube videos, I got a lot of fans and they started questioning me about the Christie clothes or something like that, and then I produced my own line, so I'm wearing it right now.
Perfect.
So I think that's the thing that brought me the most. I have my own business now all about Christie, and that all started with my social media.
Okay, amazing.
So, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. What do you think is important for athletes to promote? Why do you think it's important for athletes to promote themselves in our sport? A lot of people sort of say, oh, it's not the athlete's responsibility. They shouldn't do that. Do you think that it is the athlete's responsibility?
Yeah, I think, because you hear a lot, I'm just not good at it. But that's not a good reason, you know. If you are a sporter, you have to create your own brand with it, because it can gives you so much more. And I think that's really important, because if you just win, they will know it for that day. But if you keep posting it and people see it, you have so much more that you can achieve with social media.
I agree. What would be your 3 takeaways for brands wanting to promote themselves in a positive way?
I think to choose a rider who's showing everything, so not only the best parts, but also the less parts. So who's real on Instagram.
When you screw up, it's good.
Yeah,
you should show when you screw up.
The fail videos always get a lot of views.
Yeah, totally.
So showing the reality, a person who can do that, a person who's good with horses. So I think lately there's a small group who don't want us to do horse riding, and I think showing the positivity about our sport and why we love it so much, I think that's the most important thing, that it's a rider who, you know, want to promote sport and who stands for it and shows that the horse is not only your partner, but it's also your best friend. So I think that's the second important thing. And the third, it's so difficult. What do you think?
That's a great question. You know, I think in order to promote yourself in a positive way, I think like you said, you need to put yourself out there in a real way. And I think you need to sort of show the behind the scenes of the sport, of how hard we all work and how much we care for the horses, not just the pretty things that everybody thinks you want to see. I think you need to show the real stuff. I think that's a major takeaway as far as how do you promote yourself in a positive way? It's by showing everything and showing the behind the scenes.
Yeah. And inspiring maybe other people to start doing horse riding or to start jumping, because they maybe think it's scary, but we all thought our first jump is high, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that's something that they should believe in their dreams and just go do it.
I totally agree. And lastly, what would you most contribute your success to?
I think hardworking. A lot of hardworking, never giving up, and maybe the most thing I always say is follow your dreams. Like I'm here in Wellington with you. It's crazy. It's amazing. But it's because I worked a lot of years and I believed in my dreams, and now I'm here and my dream came true.
Amazing. I mean, I think you're really scrappy about this stuff. You're really clever. You're always trying new things, and it's really admirable to see.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, well, it's great having you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for your time.